3 extra points and a field goal. He makes all of them, and they lose. Do you cut him? I don't think so. I
The
think
two guys who are telling you to cut him and that he sucks are wearing Eagles hats.
I think you bring him back to camp next year. If that's the case, bring him back to camp, bring another kicker in, and, make him compete again. That's all you should do. But I think he should still be your primary kicker. I'm really happy that they're keeping him. They did bring in one kicker. I don't know. They said that Maher's still going to kick this week, but they do have another guy in there, at least practice squad, kicking some field goals. So if some nonsense goes on this week again, next week they could come out and bring a new kicker in. But I don't see it happening. I think he was going to be all right.
Better off bringing Cody Parkey in there.
Yeah, letting him hit another double doink, huh?
Well, typical. Like you guys all coming at the one bad thing the Cowboys did in that game, but we can move on.
If that would have cost them though the game, if those 4 points would have cost them the game, you would be talking a little bit different though. You know what I mean?
I agree. When I was watching it, man, I was like, Brady, man, he's gonna come back and he's gonna end up beating us by 2 or 3. I just seen it happening. But
yeah, I seen when you were up 18 and he missed that one. That Dak just threw his helmet on the ground and he's like, "You son of a."
Yeah,
son of a beat.
But I see these things. Was Brett Maher mad when you were throwing picks? But like that's totally different. Like he's missing extra points, and it's the playoffs, and it's valuable. Dak wasn't a jerk after the first one or the second one. It was like after the third one, he was like, "All right, I'm getting pissed off now. Like we're playing Tom Brady, for Christ's sakes. We can't be giving up a couple points here."
He was probably wondering if Tom Brady offered him a couple tongue wrestling matches back in the locker room if he kept it close. But going off of that, we're going to go with our picks for this week. We're going to go quick with this. We got Jags, Kansas City. Steve, what do you got there?
It's a no-brainer to me, honestly. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot, but Patrick Mahomes, dude, you can't do what he's doing. I'm going Chiefs.
Dylan?
I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes, and then you got Trevor Lawrence, but Trevor never lost on a Saturday.
He's 41-0 in his career.
He ain't beating Pat Mahomes. The Chiefs they're my AFC pick, and they're going to win this week. Not with ease. It's going to be a closer game, but I think that just shootout-wise, it's just not going to work out for Trevor Lawrence.
It's going to be a high-scoring, close game, and the Jags are going to win. That's just my opinions, man. Going with Trevor Lawrence not losing on Saturdays. Taking that bet all day.
Yeah, I won against the Jags last week, and it came back to bite me in the end. I'm going to have to do it again. The Chiefs and Jaguars, they played earlier this year. Chiefs won 27-17. I think both teams will score another touchdown. It'll be 34-24.
Trevor, you might as well make some reservations for Waffle House for a month straight because your ass is going home. Pat Mahomes is going to end up going and blowing out Jacksonville. I want the Jags to win this game, but, like I said, Lawrence, make some reservations for a month straight because you're going to be doing nothing but crying yourself to sleep at a Waffle House at 3 a.m. when you're all hammered.
Wow. What's this shade? What's this shade over Lawrence? Non-fantasy law.
You don't like his
No,
hair?
I am, dude. But maybe it's just because the luscious hair. That everyone
jealous of the hair, man.
Once you got to put the wig.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, dude, it's looking better than Hulk Hogan's wig, But going off that, Bengals Bills. Now this is a huge game. What do we got there?
Like I said last week, bud. Joe Burrow. I'm taking them all day.
That. All right. Well, like I'll say last week, Josh Allen. I'll take him over Joe Burrow. Let's go. Let's do it. Shootout. Taking the Bills.
I'm going with the Bills as well. Man, I think it's going to be close, and then the Bills are going to pull away in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think this one is the toughest decision for me. I've been going through both sides. I think both teams could definitely win, but I'm gonna go with. I'm going with the more well-rounded team in the Bills. I feel like after last year in the playoffs, the Chiefs and Bills, they're just destined to meet again. So I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm going to say it's going to be 27-24.
I am taking Joe Burrow in this game. I am saying that
Say it 3 times.
Buffalo has not been playing Joe B, Joe Shiesty, and Joe Shiesty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Buffalo. I think it's going to be a shootout. 30. I'm going to say somewhere around the lines of 34-31. Let's go into the NFC side. Giants, Philly. What do we got there?
Look at the hat, bud. Look at the ring. You know my answer. Blowout game. Philly.
Oh, God. All right. I got the New York Football Giants, and I don't have them because I'm a Cowboys fan. I have them because Jalen Hurts was out for 2 weeks, came back for a week, played against second strings and third strings, was out another week, and now he's coming back to play a big game. So he hasn't seen real football in over a month. There's going to be some rust there. The Giants are hot. The Giants got momentum. Daniel Jones is going to continue to use his legs, and they're going to beat Philly. And I'm going to think it's going to be about a 27-23 game.
No, Daniel Jones will never play a game like that in his career ever again like he did last week. No shot. All I got to say is 2 words. Go Birds.
Strip sack Hassan Reddick. Coming soon.
All right, yeah, we got you, Steve, on that one. I'll put 500 on that.
I'll match it.
Obviously, I'm going with the Eagles, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. After what Dylan said after last week, 2 weeks ago, Jalen Hurts, that whole team didn't really look right. And ever since Jalen Hurts got hurt, even with Gardner Minshew, the whole team didn't look right. You saw the offensive line have 5 false starts in a game. Like that's just not going to get it done in the playoffs. But Daniel Jones, he's only played one career game in Philly. And in that game, he ran for 80 yards and fell right on his face. I think he's going to be doing a lot of that on Saturday night.
I'll take 80 yards and fall on your face every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but who's ever just fallen on their face?
Yeah, when you're just running in stride as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, but I'll take an 80-yard. I'll take a 60-yard run, and if you fall on your face, I'll take that every single game.
That is probably the most laughing stock played in the NFL history.
I mean that is what a Cowboys fan would say though. They take 60 yards. They take 12 wins, 13 wins, but they're not going to get a Super Bowl.
I think with that.
Hey, Eagles. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a close game. Eagles 24-20.
I'm gonna say, dude, I think Daniel Jones might have been dressing up in disguise and was tailgating a little bit before that game in the parking lot with some of the Philly fans, because he had to be drunk or something, stumbling. But this game, I'm gonna go, and like Ethan said, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because you work so hard for a season to be so, like, in a way, perfect when Hurts was healthy. You work so hard for all this, every piece of the puzzle to fit perfectly, for it to squander in a divisional round game. But I'm going to take the Eagles 31-23, and Hurts has to have a big game. You know, it has to be over 250 throwing. He can't be rushing. But if Saquon can tire our front seven out, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have to say that Giants could pull this game off. And I think it's gonna be again in the playoffs. Most games come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes. Is Danny Dimes gonna come in there and have the game like he did last week? Absolutely not. But we'll see. San Fran, Dallas. I know Dylan's gonna be a little bit biased with this, but
I mean, I would rather Dallas win because I would rather face Dallas in the Philly atmosphere at home. But
You mean you'd rather watch Philly play or watch Dallas play or the Giants? Yeah, Dallas play the Giants from your couch with all the other Eagles players.
talk to me when you have one of these in your lifetime.
All right.
But
over under how many times Laura shows that off this one?
that's already 4. But yeah, man, Dallas fans, I just like Stephen A. Smith said on First Take, you just have 4 days. That's all. That's all we have to hear it for anymore. And go ahead, Dylan.
I finished with something last week when we were talking about the Cowboys and the Bucks, and I want to refer back to it. The last sentence I said is next week we are going to be back in the conversation. Are the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl contenders? And here we are. I was right then, and I'm going to be right this week. Brock Purdy has not played a real defense since he started. He's 6-0. The best defense he played was the Bucks. They can't get pressure on the quarterback. This is the first time he's going to be rattled. Micah just had a kid, so he gained plus 10 dad strength right off the bat from that. So he's rushing the quarterback. Look out. Van Der Esch is back. That defense is back on tack. Still, I'm worried about their one cornerback, but I really think San Fran's a little bit overrated. I think they just played Seattle. They were losing in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's going to be a close game this week, but I think Dallas is going to pull out with this one. I think it's just a little bit of the hate's coming in on the Cowboys, so everyone's like, oh, yeah, the Niners are so great again. So I think Dallas is going to steal this one. I think it's going to be 23-17 Dallas. And next week, we will be talking about if the Dallas Cowboys have a chance at the Super Bowl.
So I'm going to agree with Dylan to an extent. I do think that Purdy is going to struggle with Micah Parsons a lot. He hasn't faced the real edge rusher yet. So I'm going to take Dallas in a close scoring game, probably 14-10.
You think Dak Prescott, after last week's game, is going to have 14 fucking
he's going in.
14 points?
Yep,
like I said earlier, dude, it all comes down to where
San Fran's defense, man.
Oh, well, what happened to the Eagles' defense a couple weeks ago when Dak Prescott's ready?
I agreed with you. Why are you arguing with me? I have Dallas.
What about him?
For 14 points. When Dak Prescott's
It's a
ready
close
to play
game,
a big
man.
game, when Dak is ready to play in a big game, he shows
He's going
up.
to throw 3 picks, though.
He is not going to throw 3 picks. He might not throw 1. And even if he does throw 1, he is not putting up 14 points. Come on.
Those is going to brutalize Dak Prescott, dude.
San Fran's defense is so much better than Tampa Bay's. It's ungodly.
Do you want to know what was the greatest thing I seen last week? In the Cowboys-Bucks game, it was the 3rd down and I think 7, and Dallas had the ball, and pre-snap, you could see they're about to blitz, and I'm sitting there, and I said to myself, please blitz, because you know what Dak is? Dak's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL against the blitz. Bring the pressure. He'll read it. He'll take the first down. And what did he do? He hit up Michael Gallup for a first down for 14 yards. I'll take it every day of the week. Niners are going down. Let's go, boys.
Is that why they gave him Blitz Radar and Madden, Dylan? That's his X factor.
Madden ratings mean nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks.
All right, is it finally my turn?
Sorry.
See, both of these, I think, honestly, this game is going to come down to the defensive line. Both these teams have top 5 D lines. The Niners, they're top 5 in win percentage of both pass rush and run stop. That's just crazy to be top 5 in both. And that just shows you how good their front 7 is on the defensive side. I think Dak, he'll have to have another big game like he did last week, because there's no way the Niners are only scoring 6 points. I'm gonna take the Niners. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 30-24, and Dak's gonna choke on a game-winning drive.
It's a good score.
Oh, I got Dallas. I think that It can go either way. It's going to be